And we're live. The Tarot Friends.
We're like live. We're broadcasting across the world.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the premiere episode of whatever the fuck we're calling this show, starring me and you. Or you and me, it's your show.
Us?
Why can't I? Where's the lighter? Did you leave the lighter outside maybe? When you were smoking? Is it on the table? Yeah, it's up there. I'll get it. How do I find...
I can't find it.
Oh, because you gotta filter everything. Type video, and you want features, you want live. See, there we are. It's us. It's us. Why are you beating?
Because
What the fuck did you just do? You just did an emergency. You were about to call 911 on my phone. You just did that so many times. It said calling emergency. It said emergency dial 3, 2. It was counting down to call like emergency services. What the hell did you just do?
Because you're creating feedback. Feedback happens when... You heard how I said that again? Because It played it through our speakers, and then it'll keep playing in like a loop.
I turned it all the way down.
There you go.
I mean, is that going to work?
Mm-hmm.
Or are other people going to hear feedback when they're talking to us?
No, but everybody can hear us speaking now.
We're the only ones here.
They're the only ones here, so who cares?
Okay, 2 people are watching, me and you. Where's my computer? Subscribe. I liked it and subscribe.
Perfect.
So, ooh, don't talk about that. Get some real on.
Should I pause it? Oh, we have one. Bonita, hi. Hola. Welcome to our channel. Do you have a question for some tarot friends? Just saying hi.
Bonita, hi, welcome to the show.
Welcome, yes, please. Oh, also remember to hit the subscribe button and we will be very happy to answer all your questions. So we can see this. So let's talk about some of the cards we have here too. And I think Bonita wants to ask a question.
Oh, would love to hear a question. What do you have for us today, Bonita?
Oh, thanks, EJ.
Welcome, EJ.
So there's a Capricorn going. I have this Capricorn. I'm going through a legal situation with him. Will it be solved next month?
Next month.
Which way are we reading it? Oh, there we go. From Bonita's angle. Perfect.
So it does look like you're in financial control as of now and will remain in financial control. However, we do have a bit of a bump. Not a problem, just indicates that there's going to be some bit of work on your part, but we do have an indication of a helping hand here. So this might be a clue that you should be looking maybe for some outside help, maybe legal counsel. As far as next month is concerned, let's see. Looking for our Queen of Spades. Actually, we're looking at the 5th week of spring. Spring officially starts at the end of this week. So we're looking at about 5 weeks from now. I hope that wasn't too short and sweet for you, but please, if you'd like us to give you a little more clarification, don't hesitate to ask. Forgive us. This is our first live chat, so we're both a little nervous.
Bonita wants to ask another question.
Please, Bonita, please.
She wants to know if she will be in a healthy relationship this year.
We love relationship questions at the beginning of the year. And it's springtime. It's the perfect time for love.
It's almost Valentine's Day.
Nature's first green is gold. There's that helping hand card again. And that same Jack of Diamonds. And the Queen of Diamonds. Now you saw I shuffled these thoroughly. Now we have the same reading as before, only in reverse. This is strange. The person that owes you money, this isn't an ex-boyfriend, is it? Bonita?
Might take her a minute.
Still there?
I think we're on it's a little bit lagged, the video. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then that makes a little more sense as to why these same three cards would come up in a different order. So it looks like that your fate with this legal matter is, this legal matter is very tightly twisted up in the same fate as your love life for the foreseeable future. If that makes any sense. I think, in other words, what this is saying is you're not going to be able to pursue any new love interests until this legal matter is remedied and settled once and for all. Once again, that's going to take place, looks like the 5th week of spring. Now, interestingly, Bonito, you'll notice we don't have any hearts in this spread. Obviously, we have the same three cards that we pulled last time, but there are no hearts. Now, that tells us really that the cards aren't speaking really at all about your love life, which again just tells me that until this legal matter is cleared up, you're not going to be able to really you're not going to be able to put much thought and effort into a romantic endeavor right now.
Should we pull another to see what Bonita should do and not do?
Oh, absolutely. That's a great idea, Donna. Now, these final two cards, here we have advice, how we should proceed, and advice how to forbear, or how to not to proceed, or what to avoid, rather. Now, we've already mentioned that we have this helping hand. Now, it's, remember in that first spread, I said that to get over that legal matter, it was gonna require a little bit of effort, either on your part or on the part of someone else in the form of this helping hand. So this is that same relationship growing. It's telling you that whoever it is that's going to help you through this matter, again, maybe legal counsel, if you've sought out legal counsel, perhaps you should maybe further develop that relationship with legal counsel. I know that sounds kind of strange, but perhaps that person, perhaps any love interest that you may come into in the future could be someone that's introduced to you, not necessarily by legal counsel, but.
Or because this legal counsel helps her get over this problem. She can finally have some time to find some love.
Well, absolutely. And great, Donna. And I think right here, our 3 of clubs, this is exactly what it's telling us. It's telling us that we need to, those efforts need to grow. So really, just a little bit of strength that you have left right now really needs to be focused in this legal matter. Now, it is telling you, do not change any plans right now. Any plans that you've made, anything that you're physically doing to get over this hump, do not stop. Do not change your course. Stay the course no matter what.
And things are going to get better.
Well, they always do.
Well, sometimes they don't. Sometimes there's inevitable things that happen that nobody has any control of.
Absolutely. There are things that are outside of our control. Sometimes we do have to deal with circumstances that are set for us and not by us. However, I do believe that, as hokey as it might sound, everything does happen for a reason. And whenever we see ourselves through to the other side of crises, we have powers. We have brand new abilities, new ways to tackle life that we Or never ran into
Ooh,
us before.
Priya.
Priya.
Priya's in. Hi, Priya.
Hello, Priya. Welcome to our channel.
Welcome.
How might we serve you this evening?
Oh, thank you so much, Bonita. Good morning to you, Priya. What part of the world are you? If you don't mind me asking. It's morning, so it would probably be. I don't know. We're in California. You're in India. Oh, that is amazing. Hello in India. Hello from California.
Thank you for allowing us to wake up with you this morning. Do you have a question for us this evening?
It's morning there.
Or, yeah, forgive me, do you have a question for us this morning, rather?
Yes, you may ask a question, and please subscribe to our channel.
Donna and I have a very unique way of reading. Donna and I have been friends for a very long time, and we've learned card reading side by side. And one of the wonderful side effects of learning this skill together, we've kind of figured a way to kind of link ourselves, I guess, telepathically, if you will. We can read for the same person at the same time and feed off of one another beautifully. We both have our own set of cards, and we typically lay the cards out for someone simultaneously. And we each provide a varying scope into a situation. So it might be something a little foreign to some people. However, I think you'll be pleased with the results.
So Priya wants to know, when will her financial situation get better? And when will her and her family come out of this situation? So I guess we can do one first for Priya, and then we can do one for Priya's family.
Absolutely.
Or maybe unless they're together. Or we can do one for, let's do one for Priya first.
Absolutely. Would you like to draw the cards this time?
Yes. Should I do these? Actually, I like this one. No, because these are stiff. Let me do these.
But then we won't be able to read at the same time.
Oh, true. Okay. Here, we're gonna switch. We'll do these. I'll do these. Oh, wait,
Right,
to find
Priya?
that out, I would have to, hold on, this
Priya,
is as far as when.
we're taking a peek into your finances now, Priya. And what we'll be able to do is give you a snapshot of where they lay right now and what you can do about it, what you can do in favor of your situation. And then we'll also provide you with information as what not to do, what you should specifically avoid so as not to further entrench yourself into any kind of hardship.
So I could just search through here. We're sitting
Mm-hmm.
here. Show me. I'm still in it. There we go.
Now,
Wow.
does look like you're going to have a little bit of financial trouble here in the future. We do have trouble on the horizon. Now, looks like you've been having to borrow money, perhaps, and slowly paying that money back, slowly building up your own reserves of finances. But for whatever reason, it just it doesn't seem to be enough, and you never seem to be able to catch up. And it does appear that here on the horizon, we're gonna have quite a problem. actually. It's going to be a buildup of a lot of smaller financial issues that are going to kind of come crashing down all at once. Now, I know that that sounds disparaging, but really, don't be discouraged. Just see yourself through.
And we're gonna know what to do, right? As
Oh,
far as
absolutely.
this.
Now, the Ace of Spades, it's telling you that you need to make a decision. It looks possibly like you've been slow to make up your mind as to maybe how to delegate the funds that you do have. Maybe you've been putting things off, and that's why they're piling up. But it says that you need to make a decision, and you need to cut some things out of your life right now. Maybe I don't ever want to pry into anyone's personal lives. Really, it's funny coming from a card reader. It's all we do is pry into people's lives, right? But certainly, I don't want to. I don't want to overstep any boundaries and imply how you've been spending your money. But if you've been spending your money frivolously, I think that it's safe to say that maybe that frivolity is starting to catch up with you, and you need to really make a decision right now. Now, it is telling you here that you may be tempted to ask maybe your parent for some money, maybe look to someone that you're very close to or that cares about you very deeply, and you may be tempted to ask them for some financial help. But you're being advised not to. I think that whatever financial situation that you're in, as much as this may hurt to hear, perhaps these are situations of your own making in some form. And because you got yourself into this situation, you can absolutely get yourself out of it. I think that that's what this Ace of Spades is trying to really drive home here, because it's telling you need to make this decision. So I think it's telling if you pull yourself up by the bootstraps, so to speak, you will be able to do this by yourself without any kind of outside help at all. And it may very well be that whoever you ask would be happy to give you that money, but this is definitely a lesson that you need to learn.
Okay, and as far as a when.
Now, Priya, if you don't mind my asking, what is your age, please?
So she's doing advocacy right now, and she lives with her parents. Just reading the comments.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen that.
Okay, so if you're living with your parents, then perhaps this Queen of Hearts is telling you that maybe you should, and I don't say this lightly because I understand that finances can be very difficult sometimes, but maybe this is saying that you shouldn't, maybe you shouldn't plan on being at home for too long. Maybe you have an opportunity, with all of these hardships that are coming up. Even though it may not seem like it right now, this will perhaps provide you with just the opportunity you need to be out on your own and finally make a clean breast of everything.
She's 27.
27, terrific. So this is going to put, I'm going to use the Jack of Diamonds to represent you, Priya, and because of your age and diamonds representing money. So we're going to look through the deck to find our Jack of Diamonds, which is right here. And our Jack of Diamonds is facing the Ace of Clubs. So this tells me that you, and this makes a lot of sense because this 10 of Spades, it's all of those many, many small problems adding up. It looks like you'll see that financial relief the first week of fall 2020. So we're looking at the first weeks of September. Priya, I hope we were able to shed some light on some of your situation. Of course, any feedback is much appreciated.
Just thinking about it. And then, yes. She said yes.
Terrific.
That was fun. Yeah, I feel like I have to use this deck more because it's
Still stiff?
like very stiff. The place.
Cardstock is pretty sturdy on those bicycle cards.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my parents are going through a separation.
I'm sorry to hear that, Priya.
We're so sorry, Priya.
My parents are also divorced, so I understand exactly what that feels like. Even at an advanced age, when we should be at an age where we know how to deal and process all those emotions and deal with those emotions, but even as adults, it still stings when there's something going on with your parents and they're hurting. Now, we can, if you'd like, we can maybe provide a little insight into the situation with your parents. We don't want to pry, however, unless that's something that you would like to know.
Oh, so they're not divorced. They're just living in the same house and
Okay.
living separate lives in the same house.
Okay.
That's awful. I'm so sorry to hear that, Dave, but hopefully we can get some clarity here.
Same spot. So it looks as though maybe the majority of the problem between your parents isn't that they've grown apart, but it looks like they may be under some financial strain themselves. Does that sound like it might ring true?
Well, that was also the other question she asked.
Forgive me.
Was if she wanted to know when her family would get out of a hard financial situation.
Okay, so yeah, it does. Finances do improve. We've got all red cards, so that actually means that all is fine and fair. Well, it will be, even though it may not be right now. But Queen of Diamonds here, this says that your mom is the one who is typically the more financially responsible one, maybe, or she is in charge of the household finances. She certainly knows how to manage money, very good with money, but it does look like that your mom is the one who's in the most control of the family's finances. Now, it also says here that she, or not necessarily just your mom, but the entire family, you guys do love to enjoy yourselves quite a bit. You love family functions and enjoying each other's company and just, enjoying the wine of life, so to speak. You guys are very, looks like you guys are normally a very jovial family, and typically the family that, has all of the memorable get-togethers and all of the, the raised glasses in celebration, so to speak. Now, here we do have an upswing in finances. We've got a change in a financial situation that's for the better. So this is really good news. So it does look like that, yes, your family is going to be able to pull themselves up, but here it's, this is that advice card. And just like in our last reading, here again, we have another card jumping up to repeat itself and in the same position. The Ace of Spades, we've got this decision, there's a finality about this Ace of Spades. There's some losses, someone has to cut losses. There's decisions to be made. It looks, again, maybe people have been on the fence about making these decisions and putting their foot down firmly and committing, to their convictions. But this Ace of Spades definitely says that we're going to have to make some kind of sacrifice, make some sort of very important, very sudden decision, and even learn a lesson out of all of this. Now, here it is advising you, do not, first of all, do not lend any money to anyone that's younger, any younger members of the family. That might be a huge financial risk. And it's also saying that if you were, if perhaps you were anticipating, if you've been waiting for some message from a bank or a lender or a creditor, you've been waiting for some sort of message, either to let you know that you're off the hook or that things are moving along in your favor. It's telling you, don't hold your breath. Don't wait for this, don't wait for this message. You might need to, make these things happen yourself. And remember, it's previous reading, you had a helping hand. So that helping hand, isn't necessarily, maybe that help isn't going to be coming from where you expected it to. But certainly
this is her reading.
For her family.
Yes.
This is for her family, just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, altogether. So again, like that's what I'm saying. Like if the when I say you, forgive me. When I say you, I mean your family. I'm so sorry. Sometimes us Americans.
No, it's okay. Also, because she said she was waiting for a job. At least she was. But I also want to clarify that this message is.
Now we don't have any clubs present in our reading, which would indicate work, physical work, the things that we actually do to bring in an income. We don't have any of those cards present, so it's not indicating that we're starting a job, that we're in the process of becoming acclimated to a new job. It doesn't speak anything of that. However, we do have a very positive upturn in our finances. Certainly that could indicate getting this new job, or perhaps getting a raise at a job, getting a bonus, an unexpected bonus, or something of that nature. But whether the job comes into play or not really is irrelevant, because what you have to look forward to is this definite upturn in your finances, or in the family's finances. So this is good. Yeah, this is
very good.
Really good, considering considering how beleaguered your situation sounded on the surface. I was concerned, that some of the cards that came up weren't going to be so pretty. But this is a terrific reading, even with the presence of this Ace of Spades, because it just indicates that we need to recognize some kind of lesson to be learned here, make that decision that we've been putting off. But just going back to these main three cards here, your mom seems to be in control of these finances and does a really good job. And I think it's going to be her know-how that turns all of this around.
Go mom.
Yeah, go mom, for sure. But I am concerned though, again, this Jack of Diamonds is a little tricky. If your family's been waiting for that message, so that they can exhale, they can relax, let them know, don't hold their breath. And at the same time, any younger members of the family, or anyone coming around that might be, anyone under the age of 25 really coming around and asking for money. Now, I just want to clarify something. We did use this card in the previous reading, when we were timing the reading, rather, to indicate yourself. So I don't want you to think that this card has something to do with you. It's not saying that your family should cut you off or anything like that, or that if you need money, they should turn you away. Not at all. But it is just saying that anyone coming around looking for that money, you need to hold whatever you have very close to the breast right now.
Or maybe what is it? Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Sure, absolutely. Priya, have a tendency to ramble, so I hope we've been able to answer some questions, and I hope that I haven't put you to sleep in the process.
No, this is very thorough.
Donna, would you like to add anything? Is there anything else that you see that you'd like to pull out?
One of them that did sort of stand out to me was the middle card.
Mm-hmm.
And just being very emotionally happy, so it sounds like this.
Well, I'm sorry. Please finish that sentiment. It sounds like what?
Almost like when the thing like when somebody's in love, you know, and that the way they now act when they walk down the street because they're in love with someone and someone loves them back.
Okay.
That emotional happiness.
This is
Right?
all right for the audience out there. This is what I was talking about before when I said that Don and I have a tendency to feed off of one another, even though a lot of the times we're not even aware that it's happening. But Donna just brought up the fact that this middle card gives her the sense that there's this kind of like a wonderment, like the kind of that kind of sweetness that you feel like
It's
with
like-
a new love.
Or like good health.
Now, good
Actually, happiness is health.
sure, prosperity, all of those things. But I did want to mention we've got these two cards next to each other, and here we have enjoyment. Now, this card specifically represents pleasure, sensual pleasures, physical pleasures, even carnal pleasures. And right next to this Jack of Diamonds, this is, you take this for whatever it's worth, Priya. Since this reading, of course, these cards were thrown down for your family specifically. This kind of pairing right here is a little out of place, but I'm going to mention something anyway, just in case it's useful to you. These two cards together, there is a strong kind of maybe sexual activity. I say this, I'm very careful when I say this. Remember this said any younger folks coming around, maybe looking for money, should be avoided. Well, any younger folks maybe flaunting money should also be avoided. I don't know, this is kind of I'm getting an impression of a younger man who might have a little bit of money to throw around, maybe asking folks on dates, perhaps even asking you on a date, someone who may be even interested in you physically, if I may be so bold. But if that makes any sense to you, if it's useful, I'm glad. But considering this was specifically a reading about your family's finances, that is a little bit from left field. But any impressions that we normally get, we like to throw them in there anyway, just in case they're useful. Now, what is interesting is that Donna was picking up that kind of playfulness and that vitality from that Five of Hearts, which is spot on. Because with that Jack of Diamonds, remember, jacks are youth. And those diamonds represent a lot of energy. So here we have a very young, very virile young person who loves spending money, who loves enjoying themselves and having the time of their lives, and perhaps also loves physical pleasure a little much.
Let's see. She saw she left a comment. My brother is under 25. He's pursuing engineering and his fee is too high.
His fee is too high?
I guess it's very expensive for him to go to school. But you know, it's always good to go to school.
Repeat the question?
No, she was just adding like
just an aside?
an aside. I don't know if that had to do
Oh,
with maybe
her
something
brother lives.
earlier.
Yeah, okay, because her brother, yes, he's pursuing engineering. His fee is, he expects too much. And he loves spending the money.
Oh, there you go. That was right on.
Well, don't be angry at him, Priya. There's one in everyone's family. I love to spend money myself. I actually had to teach myself how to manage money better.
Part of growing up.
Let's see. Priya, of course, if you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Bonita, are you still with us this evening?
Let's see, Priya wants to know if she's going to move abroad.
All right. If we're talking about travel, especially moving, Priya, what we're going to be looking for are going to be a lot of 10s and 6s. We want 10s and 6s from our cards. Ooh, there's a 10. Okay. This one's kind of easy. So the only, again, we were looking for 10s and 6s primarily. We've only got one 10. Unfortunately, it's the 10 of spades. It's not the best 10. It's not the brightest 10 in the deck. But this is what I can tell you. Plans, it looks like your plan, if your plans to move abroad, yeah, it's definitely, those are the thoughts in your mind, but your plans to move abroad are getting off to a very rough start. Absolutely everything is tied to your finances. Now, in that previous reading, you got that 10 of spades over here saying that all those financial problems were adding up. All those little problems were just building up over time, and that reluctance to chip away at them was going to prove detrimental to you. Now, here, we've got that same 10 of spades. We've got that big, heavy load of problems. So yeah, it's telling me that even though you got a 10, so even though you're planning to travel or you're planning to move abroad, you're having a lot of problems getting that up off the ground. Now, it does show that your situation is going to gradually improve, steadily improve, actually, and that's wonderful. But it doesn't indicate there's no end of a destination over here. We don't have any more 6s showing that we're traveling, and we don't have any more 10s showing us that we're reaching like a destination, the end of the road, so to speak. So here, this 10, it's showing me that everything is ending before it can even begin. Whatever move you're making, or whatever moves, plural, that you're making to get this move up and running, it just seems to be, everything just seems to be falling below the wayside, no matter how much effort you put into it. But it does show this steady improvement, so hang in there. In fact, Jack of Hearts says that you may even very soon receive a message from someone very close to you, a family member or a friend, who might be able to help you in some way. Perhaps someone that is interested in moving, making that move with you to maybe kind of buffer some of those costs. Because here, this final card, it's now, just so we're clear, the majority of your problems getting this off the ground obviously is money. But here we've got this 3 of diamonds. It's telling us that our finances start growing little by little. We start to see some profits, not huge monumental profits, but we start to see some profit. We start to see that pyramid building up, that pile of money starting to stack up. So again, maybe seek out a friend or a family member who might be interested in making this move with you, or someone who might have some really good advice as to how you can make your money grow little by little. Now, we've got a Queen of Clubs up here. So here we have a woman who is very practical. This isn't going to be a young woman. This is going to be someone over the age of 40. But here we have a very practical-minded woman, someone who might be a career woman or even the boss herself. It looks like you should seek out perhaps her advice. There's someone, someone definitely, there is someone that you can definitely look to for advice. Forgive me, I'm a little tongue-tied. But this Queen of Clubs here, yeah, this is someone that you can actually get some wise counsel from. This is someone who may have already moved abroad herself and knows the process. Someone who can really tell you exactly what you need to do so that you're not kind of wandering down these aimless paths and hitting all these dead ends. She can just kind of cut right to it and tell you exactly what you need to do. So this person might be someone, you mentioned that you were in the process of, you were waiting for this other job or to hear the results on this other job. So if you're not working right now, Priya, this clearly wouldn't be your boss at work, but this might be someone that you know who owns her own business, or like I said, has made a move abroad. And again, someone who can show you the ropes merely because she has the experience. Now, here, this is interesting. This position tells us how to forbear, what not to do. This card is very loudly telling you, do not worry about the money. Stop thinking about money. The money will work itself out little by little, slowly but surely, but it will work itself out. So you don't need to worry about the money. You need to start worrying about all the other aspects of getting this off the ground, such as figuring out who this very wise woman is who has all of this information to share.
I wanted to add, well, one, she added, she doesn't have any women right now, but maybe she will in the future. Also, she's looking for a new job. Maybe this will be her new boss.
Well, if she gets this job, yeah, if she gets
And then
this job she's been waiting for, if she gets this job
Well,
right
let's see,
away,
is it a female boss, maybe? The other thing too was touching on the being practical, right? And the how so it ends in these like small wins, right? And kind of just concentrate on doing the little things 1st
Mhm.
before trying. So maybe it's also kind of telling her to be practical and before trying to just move out of the country, maybe just move out of your house first.
well, that's very possible. Baby steps.
Baby steps. Move out of
Absolutely.
your house first, and then after you move out of your house, then you move further and further away. And I feel definitely, yeah, the practicality of it, you know, just you just really hit that. Once you said that, I was like, yes, that.
Yeah, this is, yeah, it could mean that you yourself need to embody, the characteristics of this queen.
Oh, it says she got an offer from a lady advocate to join court.
Okay. Now, to join court, is that,
So she's an advocate, right? Or she wants to join advocacy. And she did get an offer from a lady advocate.
okay.
Maybe this.
Then perhaps you need to, the next time you need to speak to this woman, perhaps you need to let her know of your interest in moving abroad, because she may have some wonderful advice for you. She may be able to tell you, in fact, she may even know of an opportunity right now that could be made available to you. So that's wonderful news. Yeah, the next time you speak to this woman, it is absolutely not going to hurt you to run that by her, that you have this interest in moving abroad. This could very well be the key.
See, and she added, it's her final year of pursuing LLB. I'm not sure what LLB is.
Priya, could you clarify for us what LLB stands for, please?
A law degree.
Oh,
She's in her final year.
congratulations.
Wow, that is
Huge.
That is huge.
That's monumental.
Congratulations for, oh my God, I wish I could,
Priya, truly, I have to say, it is no small feat to get through law school. So what you're doing is incredible. The amount of patience it requires to do what you're doing, the amount of money, all of that can, I'm sure that it's all a burden, but wow, you're doing a great thing.
a Bachelor of Law.
Congratulations, for sure.
Congratulations.
Oh, and I'm sure your parents are absolutely proud. Let's see. Now you're in your last year, you said? Are we reading to find out
Oh.
job prospects once you get out of school?
Also, before I forget, there is a Lin who asked if we could do a reading. I don't know if Lin's still here. Sorry, Lin. If we,
Oh, so sorry. We are gonna have to get
You know
better
what?
at
it's okay.
no,
We're amateurs. We're learning.
we are. We're definitely gonna have to get better at monitoring the traffic within the chat because
So
we want to
far, we
make sure
have
that
seven in the chat.
terrific. Welcome everyone.
Welcome everyone watching. Please subscribe. Subscribe to our channel.
If you like what you hear, click the like button.
Click. And definitely we'll do a reading for you.
All right, who's next? Priya, I'm so sorry. It looks like you had another question for us.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, let's
See.
make sure we address that before we move on.
Yeah. Sorry, Priya.
She was asking about that final year of law.
That's
Now,
what it was.
Priya, were you asking because you wanted to know what job prospects you might have after you finish up law school, or were you just wanting to know how this last year of law school is going to go in
Okay,
general?
so Priya wants to know if if advocacy is right for her. She should
Okay.
take her degree into that direction.
Okay.
And she did get an offer from advocacy lady. Why was that so difficult for me to say? Advocacy.
I really can't help but think that this woman is gonna have something to. She's gonna have some light to shed on this move abroad. I really think that you need to speak to her about this. And I'm so sorry. What are we?
So she wants to know if advocacy is the right path.
Excellent. If we're moving in the
her,
right direction.
Or exactly. Or does she have to move into a different direction?
There's
She has to
another
change course.
quick.
That's another thing. Lies. So much you can do.
Well, thoughts on our work and our plans. Definitely coming up on some sort of snag or a decision that needs to be made. And here's that Queen of Clubs again. So, looks like here we've got, looks like you're working yourself kind of into a problem that you'll work yourself right back out of, but not for a while. So your thoughts are definitely on your plans and your callings. You're wondering if you've made that right decision.
I was gonna say also like it's also like a group of coworkers.
Could be a group of coworkers, absolutely. But we certainly want to focus on the thoughts in the mind first. So our thoughts are definitely centered on our work, our callings, and our plans. You're questioning whether or not you've made the right decision. So here we're faced with a decision that needs to be made. And once again, we have the Queen of Clubs, who seems to be the key. Now, looks to me though that whatever direction you've been taking so far, I think we're about to see a change coming. We're about to lay out the final two cards to see for sure, but I'm just calling it now. I think we're about to see some change. Maybe the way you've been going about things have not been the most advantageous for you. Got the King of Diamonds and Two of Spades. Okay. Now, exactly opposite of what I called. So instead of all of this change on the horizon, which I thought was certainly coming for sure, it's actually telling you, don't dare give up. Do not separate from your path. King of Diamonds. here we have this is huge finance. This is huge power over finances, financial authority to the extreme. So I'm honestly, if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't know if this is indicating that you would be missing out on an extreme financial opportunity if you were to divert your path and go another way right now. Or if this is indicating that perhaps separating yourself from the course that you're on right now is going to just it's going to keep you from it's going to keep you from achieving any of the greatness that you should have been achieving. Sorry, I'm probably talking all over myself again. What I mean to say is, if you divert from this path right now, any opportunities that may have been laid at your feet as a means of, fate's plan, those things would be blocked and thwarted. So right now, you do not need to change your plans. You might have been thinking about it, but no, you need to stay the course.
Definitely. This is good. She said she was going to join her after the exam.
The Queen of Clubs. You're going this.
Lady advocacy.
Then this is terrific. I can't help but feel that all of these questions that you're asking, every one of these scenarios is contingent upon the other. So you changing plans with school or changing your course, that could affect your finances. That could also have an adverse or positive effect on your plans to move abroad. All of these things are interplaying. That's absolutely obvious because we're getting a lot of the same cards popping up, for the same person. So that means that all of these circumstances are influencing one another. They're very deeply rooted, one fate to another. So yeah, if you're meeting this woman after your exam, then you certainly need to discuss, maybe be very open, discuss with her not only, your plans to move abroad, but discuss your doubts or your wishes to change course in school. Talk to her about your financial troubles. Remember, she's the Queen of Clubs. She is the queen of practicality and hard work. She is the queen of making plans. She will know exactly what to do.
That was great.
I'm going to step away for just a moment to pour myself another cup of coffee. Would you like some more coffee, Donna?
Yes, please.
Then allow me to make that for you while we wait for our next question.
Yes. And then she commented,
a really cute little cheeky smile.
Oh, thank
a little
you
blushing
so
one,
much.
100%, and yes. She said thank you so much. Thank you, Priya.
Really, this means the world to us.
Definitely.
There are a lot of readers on YouTube. You certainly have your pick, and you chose us, and that really means something. That's not lost on us at all. We're really excited to be able to perform a service, and we're really happy that you have questions for us. This is exciting.
Yes.
And again, you could have went to anyone, but you chose us, and it's good you did, because we may not be the most eloquent of speakers, and we may not be the most articulate, but we are very serious about our craft. So there's no gimmicks, no fluff, but we are real.
Yes, and everyone who's in the chat, if you are happy with our readings, be sure to give us a like, subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers. And as long as you subscribe, we'd be so happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you so much, Priya, as you like and subscribe.
Thank you very much, Priya. Also, do we have it set up so that folks in the audience can DM us if they like? Because there might be folks who are out there who might be reluctant to share information publicly in a chat. So they may want to reach out to us and
Oh, definitely.
hit us up in a private in a message and just ask us a question. We can host the readings that way. We'd love to hit 100 subscribers, and we're happy to give out free readings until we hit that 100.
Yes. Oh, this is fun. Did you put some of that here?
Oh, no, I did not.
Oh.
Let's see.
Yes. I'll put some of the vanilla flavoring in our coffee.
Let's see. Yeah, we haven't even used the tarot decks. It's just been.
Oh, is someone requesting tarot?
No, I just
realized that.
I love my playing cards.
I do too.
I'm originally from the South, y'all. I'm from New Orleans, where we still practice voodoo and hoodoo. So we're very adept at reading poker cards where I'm from. I do read tarot. I'm happy to read tarot if someone has a preference.
Yeah, you have the loveliest decks. Maybe let's show off one of the decks until we get some questions.
Oh, I don't think anybody's going to be impressed with these silly old card decks.
Oh, they're gorgeous. Yeah, you have the most gorgeous cards. Here we go.
That's sweet of you to say. I do have a collection of about 30 decks. Certainly not the largest collection that's out there. Some of these other tarot YouTubers, these enthusiasts, put me to shame. Here's one that I recently acquired. This deck is actually not new. This was printed in 2017. It's called the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot Deck. Now, I am a bit of a collector of decks, new and old. Certainly the vintage ones are my favorite, but these newer publications are sometimes very beautiful. For instance, the Ethereal Visions Tarot is gilded. I don't know if the camera is going to pick this up, this shimmer.
Maybe if you turn it straight.
We have
We got
these
a
embossed cards.
Raymond in Barbados.
Hello,
says,
Raymond in
hello.
Barbados. Hello, hello, hello. What can we do for you this evening? Or is it morning in Barbados? I have no idea.
You just said hi. Let's see. Yeah, I think if you stand them straight up for the camera, they won't glare so much.
Oh, we want them to glare. We want them to glint and everyone to see that beautiful gold foil.
Okay, Raymond wants to get a general reading.
Would you prefer tarot or would you like regular playing cards? Poker deck. Very good at both.
Oh, so Raymond wants tarot.
Excellent.
Yeah, we're gonna switch it up here.
And Raymond, you're interested in just
He wants a tarot deck.
a general reading?
Yeah.
Most folks are familiar with the Rider-Waite-Smith, so we'll just use that one. Familiarity's sake.
So he wants to know in terms of relationship and finances, please.
Okay. Relationships and finances.
Yeah, what do you think about that? Some people draw those cards, but at the same time, I feel like I'm always throwing, like when I try to shuffle that way, I feel like cards are always flying out.
When the cards fly out, if they fly out of the deck and hit the table, especially if they land face up, I typically take that as a sign and
Okay.
fit that card into the reading as well. I'll read that card kind of as a preliminary kind of message and then proceed to lay out a whole spread. So yeah, that's it's an old rule. When the cards fall out, cards are the boss. So when they fall out like that, read them.
Oh, Pink Angel joined. Pink Angel.
Welcome to the show,
We'll
Pink
get
Angel.
to your question next, but you can. Oh, first time viewer, Pink Angel. Welcome. Please subscribe to our channel. Give us a like.
Alrighty, Raymond. As far as let's see, finances go, do see you juggling those finances. So you're making money work. It doesn't look like you're strapped all that badly. So that's good news. Page of Pentacles, though, tells me you were either thinking about going back to school or maybe learning a new trade. Maybe even starting some sort of entry-level position. Now, we've got a Queen of Swords reversed here. Not necessarily anything to do with finances, but you did ask about love. Queen of Swords indicates that any females in your life right now are not being very responsive, that's for sure. Looks like you're getting a lot of the cold shoulder. Looks like you might even have some competition in the romance arena. So if you've had your eye set on someone, it looks like maybe someone else has had their eye set on this same person. You might have a little bit of a battle over a heart there with someone else. Now, we do have you coming out triumphant as the Knight of Cups. Now, this is great for asking questions about love, but this tells me that you're a very passionate person, very passionate lover, probably very artistic. So you feel love very intensely. But the Knight of Cups, he's always alone. He takes that journey alone. So it shows me that even though you might be a very passionate lover, you might be a very generous lover, you seem to strike it out on your own a lot. Maybe it's because you have, I don't know, maybe you have a little bit of commitment issues, or maybe you just get bored easily with relationships, but definitely not one who stays put. His heart doesn't stay put for very long, that's for sure. Once again, it does look like, though, that you'll be vying for someone's attention, but there's some competition there. I am curious, though, about this first card. I mentioned that it could indicate starting school, starting a new job, or looking at some kind of learning some new trade. Was that illuminating in any way, Raymond? Because I'd love to expand on that.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if I may ask, were you looking at school, or is this a new trade, or maybe a specific job you were going after? Which is it? And we'll definitely pull some cards regarding that.
You said it was farming.
Farming, okay. Now, interestingly, and I'm certainly not using this as an opportunity to backpedal and sneak in some extra information, but it should be parenthetically noted that wands, of course, are about rural life and working with your hands and working with the land. Now, that competition, then, it could indicate that you might have some problems either acquiring some land, or maybe maybe you'll be in competition with other people for this position or this apprenticeship. But we're going to pull some more cards all together for this Page of Pentacles and see where the move to farm might go. Donna, you mentioned that we have another guest in the chat as well.
Yes.
I want to make sure that we're answering everyone's questions and we don't forget anyone.
Pink Angel says,
Terrific.
first time viewer, thank you. Happy to be here. Love the bamboo.
Thank you. I've had that bamboo for like 2 years. It's the only plant in my whole apartment that's actually survived.
Pink Angel, do you have a question? Are you still there?
Raymond, I am going to use this Page of Pentacles as our central card, and I'm just going to pull a couple of cards to see where this is going to take us. Is Pink Angel still with us?
Yes. Now I'll start writing them down too.
Excellent.
So she.
Raymond, you're crossed by the Fool. Now, this certainly doesn't make you the fool, but it does mean that you are embarking on a brand new quest. Now, what's remarkable about the Fool card always, it's the very beginning of a sequence. The number at the top is 0. Doesn't mean 0. It means that it's full of potential. And here, the Fool is a very young, naive man who's just starting out a journey in life, much as you are with this new farming endeavor. And he's got his whole future ahead. The sky is open and clear and bright, but the sun hasn't fully risen. So this is someone who still has a long way to go and hasn't quite reached that fullest potential. Now, very carefree, you're very excited about this new endeavor, as any young person or anyone who's brand new on the path should be. However, there may be dangers ahead, so do watch your step. And the dog represents the subconscious. It represents that inner voice that's telling us, hey, be careful, watch your step, watch where you're going. So as long as you're able to heed your own good advice, you're okay. Keep on your path. Looks like your way of life, as you know it, has recently been brought to arms. How do I say this? So far, your position in life has, I won't say comfortable, but it's been steady. You've certainly made a place for yourself in life, and now that place is being challenged. I don't know if it's being challenged by other people or by circumstances, but this does show struggle in your past. Someone trying to take your seat of authority or some set of circumstances that seem to kind of undermine your power. Now, it is a great struggle, but you still seem to keep your place on top. Even though things might be topsy-turvy, you don't fall from your throne, your seat, right? In spite of all of their best efforts, you hold strong. Queen of Cups. We are looking at a female influence, one that's very strong. This is perhaps, this could be certainly a family member, like a mother, a grandmother, or an aunt, someone, or even a sister, someone who's very close to you, but someone who's very matronly and motherly. This person, Queen of Cups, also indicates someone who is probably psychically inclined themselves. So in this case, I'm not getting the impression that this is an actual literal other person. I think this is a quality that you're embodying. See this Fool just starting the journey, you know, and you're going through these struggles, which are kind of traumatic. It's telling you, temper yourself, you know. There's a lot of probably wild emotion going on right now, a lot of confusion. Which way do I go? Where do I start? What do I hold on to? But it's telling you to just listen. Once again, just like the little dog here, your intuition, It's telling you embody that intuitive power. Listen to your body, listen to your mind, and listen to what the world around you is saying. I certainly don't mean to be vague in any way. We're going to pull a few more cards so that we can.
Well, there's also Pink Angel, and I want to say this person's name, but I don't want to say it incorrectly. Hello. Do you see it? Here, it's right here.
Surah? Sahu? Is it
Yes.
Surah?
I think
Surah?
so.
We certainly don't want to mispronounce
Hello
it.
there. Okay.
Welcome.
And yes, welcome. If you please subscribe, give us a like, and we are doing readings. So if you have any questions, you can add them in the chat, and we will definitely get to you.
Now, Raymond.
I'll write them down so that they're.
Oh yeah, no, we're fine.
Queue
We're
up.
fine. I'm sure Raymond's still there. Thank you for being patient with us, Raymond. Just very quickly, let's explain these final two cards here. It should be brought to your attention that you've got 4 court cards. You've got 2 pages and 2 queens. Now, this could tell us a number of things, but what I'd like to focus in on right now is you've got this Page of Swords and this Queen of Pentacles. So this is motivation here. So your motivation is obviously, you know, you want to make some good finance from this, but Queen of Pentacles, you have an actual genuine love for the land. And I think that's beautiful. Being that you want to be a farmer, it is very sad when someone chooses to be a farmer specifically so that they can try to make a lot of money and cash in on that and exploit our earth. But the Queen of Pentacles suggests that's not you at all. You are an actual lover of the earth and what it can offer us. I think that's beautiful. Thank you for that. Now, this is where you're coming from. So what this is telling me is that now here we have 2 queens that are very indicative of your inner characteristic. Now, because we have 2 queens here, it's telling me that you're just a very compassionate person. And remember, I said that Queen of Cups can be someone who has a bit of psychic ability themselves. Is that you, Raymond? Are you the intuitive one? Because if so, I would say that you're doing everything right. You're on that right path. I think, Raymond, if I may say so, I think that you may be a pagan at heart. You have a genuine love for our Mother Earth, and you even sense the power and sense the aliveness of the world. I think that's very beautiful. But we need to finally look at this card, this Page of Swords reversed. It is telling you that you need not to rush into anything right now. Looks like we've still got some carryover from this struggle. So there might be some things that are still kind of lingering that could haunt you, that could trip you up. And much like the image on the card, you don't ever want to run with a sharp sword. So it's telling you to tread carefully, just like the Fool card. The dog is warning you, watch your step. So it's just another card telling you to watch your step. You're on the right path. You're doing everything as you're supposed to be doing. You're following your intuition. This isn't just about money for you, but something, whatever you're carrying with you from the past, that could come back to trip you up. So just be very, very careful. Raymond, I hope that was enlightening for you. We are going to move on to our next question, though, just so that we give everyone a fair shot.
So Pink Angel wants to know.
Hi, Pink Angel.
Hi, Pink Angel. We hope you're still there. Okay, so she wants to know how Daniel feels about her, and then she wants to know how Daniel feels about Samantha.
Okay.
Pink Angel's still here. Yay!
Yay! Thank you, Pink Angel. All right. So we want to know how Daniel feels about you and how Daniel feels about Samantha. Okay, well, I can tell you straight out the gate, doesn't look like Daniel is very smitten with anybody. Daniel is more concerned about his spending his money. I don't think he would ever, I don't think he's going to commit to anyone because that means he would have to share that money. I don't think that's going to, I'm serious, I don't think that's going to happen.
That is right on.
Now, what we're looking at here, so in terms of, so we have no hearts present at all. So we're not dealing with any kind of love from Daniel. Like I said, he is all about money and work. He likes to go and do. He's not trying to be anchored down by anybody. Again, that takes away from his free time and it takes away from his money. So here though, we've got the end of some plans or the end of some actual like goings on. So it looks like maybe Daniel is a person who likes to make plans. Certainly not one that likes to keep them. Yeah, he's super active. Looks like whatever, you wouldn't be asking about this guy, Daniel, if you didn't think that he was interested in if you didn't think there was a possibility or some kind of hope, you wouldn't be asking this question. So what I can tell you is that whatever you're feeding off of right now, whatever light you may think is reflecting off of him, don't misconstrue. It is not what you think. He is all about his money and what he's doing in the moment. Any plans that were made, those are not going to come to fruition. And he's a very active person, very physical. It looks like just as quickly as he has come into your life, he is going to just as quickly move out. Here you're being advised to, I don't know how to, I don't want to seem curt or flippant when I say this, because I say this with all respect. It's telling you to, you've been focusing entirely too much energy on this. You need to find some other distraction. You need to make a new goal for yourself, because this is not the one. It's just not going to work with him. It's telling you not to chase this young man who's in love with his money. Do not chase him. He's all about that money, but emotionally he's immature. I'm sorry, Pinky, but Daniel's probably hot, but you can do better.
You can get something better.
Just once, just for kicks.
Please.
How does Daniel feel about Samantha?
Oh yes, Samantha.
Since we're here, and then Tatiana, hi, welcome in.
Excellent.
Please,
welcome, Tatiana.
Yes, put you on the list. Be sure to subscribe and hit that like button, and just add your question, and we'll get to you as soon as we can.
Yeah, so for you folks in the audience, if we are answering the questions to your satisfaction and we're laying all this stuff bare for you, definitely give us a like, and hopefully we can count on you to subscribe. We are happy to give out free readings until we reach 100 subscribers. And of course, once we reach 100 subscribers, we will celebrate by giving out some huge reading packages. Oh no, for sure. We're talking like 10 card spreads and stuff. So definitely like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And how does Daniel feel about Samantha? I'm telling you, Daniel doesn't give a shit about love. Okay, now, So yeah, Daniel, look, I'm telling you, here we go again. Work, money. Now, as far as Samantha is concerned, Samantha's going to have a little bit more trouble if she pursues Daniel than if you pursue Daniel. Because, first of all, it is the advice that Samantha, now this is terrible. This is highly unethical that we're reading for Samantha and Samantha ain't even here. So we're not telling Samantha. However, it is telling Samantha that the thoughts in her mind are just going to get her in major, major trouble. She is being highly advised to steer clear of all of these unhealthy mind spaces. And it is telling her exactly what to avoid. Do not pair romantically with anyone. So it is telling her, do not get involved with Daniel. I don't know if Samantha is your friend, but if she is, you better warn her. You better tell her, Samantha, you in danger, girl. But seriously, in all seriousness, this guy Daniel, again, it's diamonds and clubs. He is all about work. Even if it's not about work, he's all about his money, enjoying his money and enjoying his time. He likes to put his laborious efforts elsewhere. I feel I'm getting the impression that he is very self-centered in that way. He might be very, very
jock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
right?
here we've got this jack of clubs, and the clubs, of course, always indicate the things that we physically do. Now, we don't have the presence of a 5 of clubs, which would absolutely speak of sports and physical activity. But yeah, I mean, what I'm not so much a jock, but it's just
itself.
The energy that he has to put forth on anything physical, it's going to be spent on either enjoying his money or having a new adventure or something of that nature. But love, now, even if he's the romantic type that tells you what you might want to hear, this is not a person that you want to commit to. This is not a person that you want to try to get a commitment from. Because again, the only thing they're committed to is themselves and having a good time.
She said, very true. And he asked her to start a business with him last night.
Okay. Well,
asked.
All right, now hold on.
Now ask Pink Angel, not Samantha, because this is.
Right. So that's exactly what I was going to say. We need to. That's going to be. We're not going to find anything about that in these cards. We're going to have to do a completely different spread for that. And Daniel wants to start a business with you, Pinky.
Rob Sahu, we do see you. We're going to get to you next.
Yeah, we're going to answer this last question for
You're on the
Pinky, and
list.
then, we're going to answer this last question for Pinky, and then Surah, you are going to be next. Are we pronouncing that correctly, Surah?
I believe so. There's a B there.
Oh, Surah, I am so sorry. No, I don't have my glasses. I'm trying to be hip and not wear my glasses.
Daniel asked her to start a business and to come visit him.
Okay. Well, if you're going to be making any long distance trips, we're going to be looking for 6s and 10s. Wants to start a business and wants you to move. Why is it
to go visit him?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say but why can't he come visit you? You sound terrific, Pinky. He should be coming to visit you. Okay. All right. Okay. Right now, things are not, there's no way that the two of you could start a business now. It is not completely out of the question, but going into business right now is not a good idea. And I'm going to tell you why. It is because, unfortunately, the feelings that you have would only develop, and unfortunately, you would become more entrenched in your in your liking of him. And I think that would cloud a lot of things. We're going to get into some specifics, but I just want to tell you that it's not completely out of the question that the two of you start a business together. However, we don't have any clubs present, no clubs, which would indicate work. We do have a diamond, which indicates some money, but this goes so much deeper than that. What we're seeing here, first of all, and again, I mean no disrespect, but it would seem to me that you're already harboring just a little bit of resentment toward Daniel because he's not reciprocating these feelings, or perhaps he's leading you on in a way that would make you believe that he is reciprocal, but he's really not. So you're already starting to kind of harbor some, I don't want to say ill will, but there's definitely some resentment there. Looks like you've been dealing with a little bit of melancholia as a result of not being able to start anything with Daniel, but and I'm sorry for that. But it does show that if you start anything with him right now, those feelings of resentment are just going to get locked in place. And because there's no reciprocity, of emotion, it's going to make you just feel caged in. What it is telling you, though, is your best bet. You need to let whatever relationship you have with Daniel, whether it be romantic or not, you need to let that relationship, that even if it's just a friendship, that needs to grow little by little. And you can't do that while simultaneously trying to run a business, I don't think. The emotions are just, look, we can say that we'll be on our best behavior. We can say that we won't let things get to us and that we can be around other people and it won't matter. But sometimes it just does. Sometimes it's just impossible to be around someone that you have feelings for. I certainly know what that feels like. But yeah, it's saying that right now you would just be doing yourself a great disservice. Instead, you need to let that relationship develop little by little. This is echoed up here because the 7 of Hearts, this is trouble for the emotions. The advice that it's giving you is to steer clear of anything that could put your heart in a crosshairs. You don't want to make yourself a target, So it's telling you that, once again, the emotions that you do feel, it's just going to create a blockage. It's going to cause things to kind of like explode. They'll come to a boiling point. They'll just explode. And specifically here, it is saying, do not invest any money with this man. Do not give him any money. In fact, is that why he wants to start the business with you? Because you're Mama Warbucks? Because you've got the capital for that? If so, not good. Because it's very possible that he could be promising you the world and he won't deliver. And maybe no fault of his own. He just doesn't even realize how selfish and closed off he is. But I just don't think starting a business with this guy right now is in your best interest. You need to develop this relationship, feel him out first, see what he's all about. Because all the glitters is not gold. He may not be who he appears to be right now. It is telling you right here, Mama, do not give him any money.
So there was a few things she added, which was, you're right, and those feelings she was harboring, they have a romantic past. They're best friends, and she used to care a lot for him. Well, they've been friends for 2 years.
And if you want to maintain this friendship, do not start any businesses and do not give anybody any money. Now,
That's a good one.
Saurabh,
Yes.
you
So-
have a question for us. We would like to address that. Are you still on the line with us?
So hopefully. No, I think Angel says he used to love her. I think he still loves you. He's just thinking too much about himself.
Angela, this, it's just like we touched upon in those cards. He's just not interested in love right now. It's not you. It isn't because It isn't because you're not loving him enough or because you're not giving him the right kind of love. He is just closed off to that right now. He is enjoying his money. He's enjoying the prospect of money. He's enjoying new experiences and adventure. And unfortunately, that's he's just his heart wanders right now. So it's not personal. Yeah, it's nothing personal. I wouldn't, and he probably does still love you. Yeah, but sometimes, I mean, you can love someone, but be so clouded with what's going on in your own life that you just, we don't always see what's hurting other people. And maybe that's exactly what's going on. In fact, it probably is. He just doesn't see the kind of damage he's doing, which is why it would not be a good idea for you to get into business with him or go into business with him, because he's going to be blind. He's not going to appreciate the fact that you have these feelings and that they kind of come into play. Okay, so Sorba, we want to address your question. Are you still with us?
Yes.
Excellent,
So
excellent.
She wants to know, when they will get a job.
Sorba, no, please, I'm so very sorry. But Sorba, are you male or female?
Yes, Tatiana, you are next. Got you on the list here. I don't know. So we just know that they're 22. Study's not going so well. They don't have a job. They want to know when they're gonna get a job.
Okay, so we need a job.
I want to know when. Male.
And you're 22?
Yes.
Okay, so the card that will represent you, this is what I'm going to ask you to do for me, Sorba. The card, you are going to be represented by the Jack of Clubs. Jacks represent young people, clubs represent work. So when we do this spread, if the Jack of Clubs comes up in this reading, then we'll have a good, that's going to give me a good indication of when we can expect things to move along. I've got a Queen of Hearts that fell out of the deck. Looks like maybe your mom or someone very maternal in your family, like kind of a mother figure, maybe an aunt, a grandmother, someone that you're very close to, but an older woman has some advice for you. In other words, if this person is accessible, you should have a discussion with them. They may have some insight for you. Now, once again, we're looking for the Jack of Clubs. If the Jack of Clubs comes up, we'll be able to put a time stamp on this and kind of figure out when this is going to resolve itself. And I'm also going to ask you right now to make a wish. Since this reading is specifically about a job, and about you obtaining employment, I imagine then that your wish would be something along the lines of you would like to find employment relatively quickly and with ease and something that is suitable for you. And look at this. Jack of Clubs. Means we're on the right track. You're the Jack of Clubs. This is excellent. So I'm going to stop the shuffle then. Cut our deck. Okay. All right. So it looks like things might be very promising right now, finding as far as looking for a job is concerned, but it does look like you're going to be encountering some hurdles in the foreseeable future. Things are looking, I don't want to say they're looking dim because they're certainly not. We don't have dire cards here. We don't have spades. We just have clubs. And again, clubs are work, so this is good. And look what card fell into the center, the Jack of Clubs. So this is you. This is great. And here we have again a good indication of when you're going to find some work. Now we're going to get to all that in a minute. First things first. So even though things seem to be you seem to be starting off on the right foot. It looks like you're networking and making some connections, and it looks like you're building relationships with potential employers, and you're steadily building those relationships little by little. Now here, this is your card, the Jack of Clubs. So this is you in search of that job, obviously. And here we've got a Queen of Clubs. Now this Queen of Clubs has been popping up a lot tonight. The Queen of Clubs is a woman who is very hardworking, very practical. She knows how to get things done. She knows how to make plans that work. So looks like you may be interviewing for a woman very shortly, if in the future. And this might even be the job that you were really banking on. But it looks like there might be some holdup and things might not happen as quickly as anticipated. In fact, this Queen of Clubs is telling me that now you may find some work, relatively immediately, but you're not going to find the job, the one that's the one that really matters to you. Looks like you're not going to find that until the very end of the fall of this year, almost into the winter season. So we're talking about we're talking about the first couple of weeks in November until the middle of November, maybe toward the third week of November. But you're not going to find that job that really means something, where you feel kind of at home. You're not going to find that, unfortunately, until toward the end of the fall. However, in the meantime, you are to expect enough money saved up to live off of until you find that job in the fall, or you're going to be getting some smaller job offers in the meantime, or maybe you'll take a job that pays really well, until you get that dream job in the fall. But you don't need to worry about money. Once again, whether you've got those savings set aside or that money is just gonna, that money's gonna work itself out. In the near future, either way, you don't have to worry about money right now. You're going to have a nice change coming. Now, what it is telling you, though, do not make any long-term investments right now. Whatever money you have, keep it close to you. Keep that nest egg. Do not make any large investments. Any large investments right now will not pay off. So be very, very careful. Sorba, I hope that answered your question and gave you a little bit of insight.
Is that okay?
Okay, well, next we have Tatiana.
Hi, Tatiana. What can we do for you this evening?
So she wants to know, where do you see this week taking her and Jameson? Tatiana, are you still there? Are you still with us?
Hopefully.
Tatiana, if you are still there, what we will be looking for, since you want to know specifically about plans, we're going to be looking for clubs. We're going to be looking for 10s and 6s, which might indicate travel.
See, yes, sir. I will put you right after Tatiana. Just drop your question in the chat. He has another question.
Oh, absolutely. It's terrific. Tatiana, we will address your question. Tatiana, are you still with us?
Yes.
Terrific. And you want to know where this week is going to take you and Jameson.
A bottle of Jameson? I'd like me one.
Now, I can tell you right now that these cards are not just going to go through this week. They'll probably extend into the next couple of weeks. These usually cover a 2 to 3 week period. Okay, so does look like this week might start off a little rocky. Nothing too bad. It just looks like we're gonna have some things maybe adding up at work, some little tasks, or not even at work, but maybe just some things around the house, some things you've not been getting done. You've got a little to-do list that you've got to tackle really quick. It looks like you're gonna have to clear some things up here at the beginning of the week. Just looks like a little bit of effort on your part, not too much. We do have a really nice card here right in the center, the Two of Hearts. So this is a really like healthy, stable, happy relationship. Now this is telling me that after we get all this work done, then we have time for romance. And it even looks like we might be spending a little money to take a trip, or I don't know I don't know if gambling is legal where you're from, but Six of Diamonds typically comes up when folks are about to go out to the casino. So this does look like, again, after you've had to put forth a little bit of effort and get some things covered, or get some things wrapped up rather in the beginning, the rest of that week is going to be saved for some romance and some adventure. Now, it is telling me that right now, though, this week might be a really good time for the two of you to do some financial planning. Maybe reevaluate your finances to see where they're going. Six of Diamonds, yeah, because again, we might be taking a trip at the end of the week. But if we're not taking a trip, this is definitely telling us that something this week is going to lead you toward a little bit more money. You need to be thinking about those finances. Specifically, you need to reevaluate the finances. You need to sit down and discuss what your money's doing for you and what you want it to do. Now, this is an interesting card because it's right next to this Two of Hearts. These are two people, right? This Two of Hearts, this is a relationship card. Right below it, your advice on how to forbear, the advice as to what not to do, how not to proceed. Looks like there's going to be some third-party interference in your relationship. Now, I don't know if that's coming from maybe one of your parents had something to say about the relationship, or perhaps someone else has some eyes for your boyfriend, or maybe someone has eyes for you. But it looks like there's going to be some of that third-party interference in your relationship from some angle. Watch out for that. Don't let it affect things this week.
That was a good one. Oh, she said she's not sure if his parents are okay with them.
Okay, well then that would be probably that third-party interference. Now, we don't have any court cards. We don't have any jacks, kings, or queens. And certainly if we had some king or queen of hearts, that would certainly indicate a parent. This just says third-party involvement. So what I will tell you, Tatiana, just keep it in mind that you are to avoid this third-party interaction, whether that's from someone's parents or whether that's from a rival, like someone who's, challenging your relationship, someone else, someone who just wants what you have, maybe. Just be wary. There is third-party involvement, or third-party interference, rather, that you need to be on the watch for.
It's a good one. So there's Surab. Are you still there?
Sorba, you have another question for us?
So Tatiana says it makes her nervous because they're still young. I guess that his parents don't approve. She wants to know how to combat that. See if Surab does not have a question.
Sorba?
I think it's Surab.
Am I serious?
I don't know.
It is Sorab. I don't have my glasses. Please forgive me. I am always, I always want to pronounce everyone's name correctly because that's polite.
Well, I think
and
he
respectful.
left. She wants to know how does she combat it. I mean, but it did say just to avoid them altogether.
Tatiana, yes, it is.
Just avoid them.
It's saying avoid third-party interference. So you do not need to try to tackle this and remedy this. If that third-party interference is his parents, then those cards are very clear. You need to leave well enough alone. If you try to interject, even if your intentions are pure, they may take it the wrong way. It could just make matters worse. Sometimes when we try to fix a situation, we only serve to exacerbate the original problem. And you certainly don't want to turn his parents off to you completely. So maybe you should just leave well enough alone right now and let them figure things out. And maybe once they see, maybe they do think that you're too young, but once they see the two of you together for a while and they see that you're a productive and healthy couple, then they'll start to come around and then they'll approve. But any you don't just trying to make a situation better sometimes only makes it worse. There is an old adage that I live by. The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
That's the best one.
Well, truer words
That's
have
my
never been
favorite.
spoken. And that is the truth. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. So be very, very careful, because even our best efforts may land us in hot water. All right.
Looks like that's all we have for now.
Oh, no. Keep them coming, people.
Right?
Yes, we're
So
on a
we
roll. I
have-
can do this all night.
We have 2 in the chat right now. So let's see.
We have 2 in our chat.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Anybody has any questions?
Who has joined us right now? Who do we still have?
I'm not sure. I can't. It just shows 2. It doesn't show. Yeah, it doesn't show specifically.
Righty, folks. If no one has a question, if no more audience members have a question for us as of now, we are going to take a small break. We will resume in 15 minutes.
It looks like we got one person joining. Oh well, just that's this.
Do we have a new chat member? I think it's backwards. It's backwards.
Oh.
It shows a mirror image of it. We'll be back at 8 o'clock.
We'll be back.
Do you want to go get some?
Okay.
We can be back on 8.
Yeah. Ooh, how about this? I'll put these to charge.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Damn, but will I lose my parking spot?
No, we're gonna walk. It takes 5 minutes.
Oh, perfect. I'll keep an eye on this.
Because you love this. I need to pee really quick.
We have 5 subscribers. Ooh, maybe we should do like a cool spread with it. Again.
Mm-hmm. Here, do you want to lay these out? Give them some visual interest.
Ooh, yeah. There we go.
Oh yeah, that looks cute on camera. Alright. There's my thing.
And then I left like a message that says that we'll be right back.
Terrific. Now, how long did it take for your little account to be approved? Because, I mean, I want to make one, because you're not always going to be here.
Mm-hmm. Just log into this. Maybe like the sign that
Excellent. Oh my God, you're doing it.
Thank you very much. Bravissimo, bravissimo Cortez.
And we're back.
I was gonna say, per usual, we're gonna see. We're gonna see cool. I'm moving on. So I'm gonna stay right. So.
Yes.
Hey Google, play Ancient Mother.
Playing the album Ancient Mother on Spotify.
This is my first Pagan album.
Oh.
Hey Google, raise the volume 10%. It's a collection of songs about different goddesses, just from different cultures and stuff. It's a nice album. Turn this fan on if you're not opposed.
Oh, please.
It's a little.
Oh, cool. We have 2 questions
Okay.
so far. Welcome to our channel.
Are we live again? Are we live again?
We've been live. We're still live.
No, I mean, what are we broadcasting right now?
We've been broadcasting the whole time.
No, the things are.
Oh yeah, because it's from the because of the either way they can, but this one just
Just want to make
makes
sure.
it better. And you want to put it in until it makes that turns on.
Mhm.
There you go.
Yeah, we're good to go. Do we have questions queued up?
We have 2 questions.
Excellent. Are our viewers still in the chat with us?
Yes.
We certainly don't want to address a question if the querent isn't still in the chat. We don't want to overlook someone that might still be waiting. So as long as both members are still present, we will start with the first question.
Malika, are you still in the chat? If not, we will move on to Adriana. It did take a minute. We took a short break. Looks like just Adriana right now, but we have 5 in the room.
Wonderful.
Welcome, everyone.
This is exciting. Hopefully everyone will be willing to share some questions with us and let us read for you this evening.
We have tarot, and we also have a poker deck that we've been using. We've been using both. I prefer the poker deck. Have the most experience with that, but
As do I. Reading the poker cards seems to be a little, gives a little bit more in-depth information, I find, a little more specific. The tarot is very erudite, and the poker cards are just very practical.
see. So Adriana wants to know, why is Leo avoiding her?
Now, is this person's name Leo, or is that their astrological sign?
Their zodiac sign.
Terrific. Okay. Well, before we even get started, as I'm shuffling my cards, the Ace of Spades flipped itself over. So anytime a card just kind of jumps out of the deck on its own, we always take that into consideration before continuing on with the reading. And in this case, the Ace of Spades means that we are dealing with the beginning of a problem, one that will require a decision to be made, a very heavy decision. And there's even possibly a lesson to be learned out of all of this trouble. And keeping that in mind, we will proceed with the reading. Why is the Leo avoiding you?
We'll have Adriana make a secret wish.
Oh, absolutely. Adriana, if you would like to, at this time, to make a secret wish.
Don't tell us what it is. It's a secret.
Yeah, you don't have to tell us what it is at all. It could, certainly, we imagine it's going to be in relation to your question. But go ahead and make a secret wish. And we will be looking specifically for the 9 of Hearts to turn up. If the 9 of Hearts turns up, then your wish is granted. If the 9 of Spades turns up, then your wish is denied. And aside from those 2 cards, we'll be, of course, taking into consideration whatever cards fall. Let's see here. Well, looks like we're starting off very problematic. And yes, it looks like there's been an argument or some sort of separation. Have the two of you had a falling out? Whatever's going on between you, this is a matter of fate. This is something that's completely out of your control, but there's definitely a rift here and a separation. So we're looking at an argument, an inability to get along, an opposition. Now, it does not look like we are going to come to any kind of pleasing conclusion here. This final card, the Ace of Clubs, it's funny, this same card appeared earlier when someone was asking about love, when they were asking particularly about someone that they cared for, but maybe wasting their time with. Same situation here. We've got the Ace of Clubs indicating that you need to set those sights somewhere else. You need to put that effort toward another endeavor. This Leo just, unfortunately, whatever the case may be, this is probably irreconcilable. Now, the advice that you're given, yeah, it's telling you to have a change of heart here. You need to redirect all of those emotions. You need to put them somewhere else. That intensity with which you love is better placed on someone else, even if it's just yourself right now. And advice, how to forbear, the advice that you're given on what not to do, it's telling you to drop this right now. Do not try to see this to any kind of satisfactory end. It's only gonna, it's just, I don't want to say blow up in your face. That's harsh, but this is not going to work out well for you if you continue to pursue it. That's all.
But that does mean whatever that Nine of Hearts wish granted.
Yeah, so your wish is granted. And I mean, depending on what that wish is, you know.
And then also that how it ends in that Ace of Clubs. It's like you're starting new work.
Well, it just means that you're gonna have to put, you're gonna have to put that effort towards somewhere else. But see, this is where we get into some dangerous territory, because if your wish is granted, I mean, we don't know what secret wish you made, but I'm assuming that it's something along the lines of you want to get this person's attention. You know, you want to get in their good graces, and this is indicating that you're gonna get that wish, but you know, be careful what you wish for. I think you're on a slippery slope here. I think you're going to get exactly what you asked for, but it is not going to be at all what you wanted. I think this separation is for the best. Now, turn that attention toward yourself, because not only is your wish granted, the 9 indicates just a change. So yeah, there's definitely going to be some positive change there, but it may not be lasting, and it may not be at all what you had intended. And I really do see, if you try to see this till the end, there's going to be calamity, unfortunately. I hate to be the bearer of not so great news, but we call them as we see them.
It's good to be warned.
Oh, well, forewarned is to be forearmed, as they say.
Did we help clarify anything, Adriana?
I certainly hope that we clarified and didn't make it more confusing, but please leave us feedback in the comment section below.
Okay.
Is our querent still with us?
I said thank you.
Terrific. You're very, very welcome.
If anybody has any questions, if you are satisfied with our reading, be sure to give us a like, subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers.
This is a brand new channel, but we are very excited to be here.
Yeah, too, like, thanks everyone for being here on our first channel.
I mean, this is really special. And forgive us if we stutter and stall. This is our first live broadcasting. And there is a little bit of a lag with the video. So I just want to make sure that we're heard very well. We're not repeating ourselves. But if we seem to stutter or stumble, it's because we can hear ourselves in the feedback.
Can you hear yourself?
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Doesn't look like you have any questions.
Just for those of you that might be new to the chat room, Donna and I have been reading cards together, learning the same system for quite some time now. And we like to do tag team readings. Donna and I tend to, we feed off of one another. I don't want to get too hokey, but if you want to call it psychically, I guess that's one way of putting it.
Or telepathy?
Yeah, we seem to be telepathically linked in some ways. We've realized that we're able to lay out a spread for folks, and we can both read from the same spread, offering up additional layers of information. So that's kind of a novel thing in terms of fortune telling, and especially with card reading. Typically, you don't have two readers working for you at one time, but this is just something that we do. It's very effective for us. We enjoy being here. We're happy to be able to do this. So if anybody's got a question for us, we are very good at meddling in other people's love lives.
Oh my God. Well, Malika's back.
Malika, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yay.
Happy to have you.
So Malika wants to know about Michael's current feelings about her.
Okay, Michael's current feelings.
Malika, make a secret wish.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Malika, if you'd like to make that secret wish before we start with your reading, go ahead. And when we lay out the cards, the appearance of a 9 of hearts will indicate that your wish is granted. The appearance of a 9 of spades will indicate that the wish has been denied. And any other cards that we lay out, we'll interpret those as we go along. Okay? So if you'd like to go ahead and make that secret wish, we'll get started. Okay. Once again, we are looking at someone who is more concerned with their work and their money and the things that they do, like the things that they do extraneously. Relationships are not really on the menu for them. They're not really interested. It's strange. We're getting a lot of those tonight. But it seems like maybe this guy is just, maybe not disinterested, but just doesn't really see you in that way. More focused on work and money, it seems. Does look like work has been kind of growing, adding up. Maybe this is distracting this person a little bit. They're certainly on a career path here. And it looks like they may even be traveling. Looks like this person... looks like there might be some kind of trip over air, maybe a short airplane trip, something for business, business related. But yeah, this person's going to be preoccupied with their work for the foreseeable future. This is a person, this king of clubs here. This is someone who's very work oriented, very practical, always planning. This is a person who loves to categorize and make lists and make plans, always planning for the future, planning. But for whatever reason, romance does not seem to factor into those plans. Now it's telling you here, 8, thoughts in the mind, spades, problems. It is telling you, do not preoccupy yourself with these negative thoughts. They're much more important things that you should be focused on right now. But just all in all, to sum this up, because this is short and sweet, yeah, their work has been increasing, more focused on their work. They're definitely on that career path, and it looks like they're going to be taking some business trips in the future, so they're not going to really have time for any kind of love. In fact, is he the boss? Does he run his own company, maybe? Or is he like a supervisor? Something, this is, whatever his position is, it's going to require him to be out of town. So, I'm sorry that we don't have amazing news. I would love to tell you that this man is ready to throw himself at your feet and pledge his undying love, but unfortunately, that's just not the case right now. I hope that answered your question, and in a way that was soft and not too harsh.
She did confirm he's in the military.
Okay. So yeah, he's definitely going to be focused on that. He's probably got a lot of career opportunities being afforded him through the military right now. Now, interestingly, we don't have any court cards that are spades like the Jack, Queen, or King of Spades, which would certainly indicate a military presence or some kind of law presence. But it definitely shows that he's very work. So his job, whatever he's doing in the military, it's very laborious. It's a lot of physical labor. So he's either like working, maybe he's like helicopter, airplane mechanic, tank mechanic. He's doing something physical, like maybe he's out marching. He's doing something very, very physically taxing. That's what his job entails.
You should go through boot camp
Well, I don't.
or physical training, right? There's a lot of.
Yeah, but we don't have any. There's not like a jack of clubs, which might indicate somebody just entering in,
Yeah.
kind of like an apprenticeship, or like when you go to boot camp or something. And this is showing, this King of Clubs is indicating somebody that's got a position of authority.
Okay.
Yeah, but just definitely keep in mind that this person's going to be leaving town for sure. And here we have flights, airplanes, flights through the air travel. Not long distances though. Doesn't look. I mean, yeah, not long distances. Doesn't look like he's going overseas. Looks like he's staying mainland.
Says he did just enter, but he just passed out from training.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Working too physically.
Okay. Yeah, that would be that extreme physicality up here. That's rough, but
That's what's on his mind. That's what he's thinking about.
yeah, and it's definitely telling you though not to focus on, however dire this may seem. Please don't focus on that right now. I hate to repeat myself, and it sounds like it might sound like we're giving the same reading over and over again to all these people asking pretty much the same question, but certainly we're not. This is just, this is very clear. Yeah. Put your energy elsewhere. It's nothing personal. It doesn't mean that, it doesn't necessarily mean that they don't feel a certain way about you. It's just that those feelings aren't prioritized right now. Right now, money and work is priority.
Alika says thanks.
Oh, my pleasure. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We have Harsha next. Harsha wants a general reading for the next 3 months.
For the next 3 months, okay. So since we're doing a general reading, really no sense in, if you'd like, you can go ahead and make a secret wish, certainly. If there is something that you're secretly longing for, go ahead and think about that for a moment or two. And if the 9 of Hearts appears in our spread, that means wish is granted. The appearance of a 9 of Spades would be wish denied.
Harsha says thank you. Thank you. Joining our tarot with friends.
Okay. So I got something interesting for you here. So it seems I don't think this is a new job. You've started some kind of new hobby, maybe something physical too. Like maybe did you just join a gym, or start running with like a jogging club or something? shows that you've been working towards some goal and you've been making steady progress. It's been a little slow and a little tedious, but you're making progress nonetheless. Small efforts. And it looks like we've got a light here at the end of the tunnel. Now, the reason I asked if you recently started some kind of new hobby or joined some kind of new club, it's because it looks, I'm getting an indication that as a result of this new endeavor, there is going to be kind of a romance blossoming at the end of all of this. So are you still with us?
I started a new job.
Starting of a new job? Okay. Are you having some kind of opposition then with authority figures at work? We've got a king and a queen here. So this might be that we're contending with, or this could be like an entire department or something that you're contending with. But if you've started a new job, then yeah, we've got that progress little by little. But again, it looks like we're developing a relationship here. So is there maybe a romantic interest at work?
They're having opposition with their father.
Okay. Well,
It was my Siri.
oh, okay, that was Siri. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh my gosh. Go away, Siri.
You know, I'm trying so hard to be
Sorry.
professional. I don't want to lose it. I'm about to laugh. And that's so unprofessional. I'm so sorry. But, okay, so we have this steady progress. We have this little bit of growth here. If you are having problems with your father, I think that might be an altogether different reading. Just because the cards, we would be looking for like maybe a King of Hearts, or if we're having problems with the father, we might be looking for a King of Spades. This is a King of Clubs, so this is definitely something to do with work, like either an overseer, supervisor, department manager. But we've got 2 court cards here from the club suit. So that's, I don't know, it's telling me that we might be dealing with like an entire department. But anyway, going back to this love interest, because I'm really interested about this. Is there someone that you have your sights set on at work, or is there someone at work that perhaps has been trying to get your attention? Because this is hearts, this is romance. And if, you know, again, here we've got all of these cards are clubs. So this is work, callings, and plans. But as a result of whatever you're physically doing for the next few months, it's going to take you right into a relationship. Now, advice card, this was really interesting because the 5 of clubs, 5s indicate the body. Clubs are physicalities, things that we physically do. So here, the advice, it's telling you, be active. This is like, you know, joining a sports team, or joining a gym. It's something about this being physically active with some sort of sport or some sort of, you know, like hiking or some kind of physical endeavor. This is very important for you right now. The job that you just started, is it a physical labor job?
I just said okay.
Is your new job, is this a physical labor job, or is this more like a corporate or a desk job?
It's a desk job.
Okay. Then if you're working at a desk, now we're definitely talking about movement here and
Yeah,
being
maybe, like,
physically active.
Exercise
I mean,
or like a sport.
yeah, this is like a team endeavor. This is I really think, you know, like putting yourself like in a group of people like that is I don't know, I just have this strong feeling that like joining a gym, joining some kind of, you know, recreational group, there's, you know, this might be where we meet someone special. But your advice, how to forbear, It's telling you definitely stay away from the woman in charge right now. If there is a female boss that you're contending with, you definitely do not want to get on her bad side. This is somebody who can outmaneuver you, someone with experience that you might not have. Just, if your opposition is coming from a female lead right now, definitely want to give her a wide berth.
Okay. Did we answer your questions, Harsha?
Well, just to recap, because she did ask for the next.
Don't move this too much.
Oh, I'm sorry. She did ask.
Go away, Siri.
She did ask specifically what to expect over the next 3 months or so, and I think this right here is.
So love at the end of
It's
the light at the end of the tunnel.
well. I think,
any relationship.
but since this is the last card, since you asked like what's going to happen, within the next 3 months, this is saying that toward the end of that 3 months is when this relationship is going to develop, and then in the meantime, it's definitely telling you to involve yourself in some kind of physical activity. It doesn't have to have anything to do with your current job. Just involve yourself in some kind of physical activity. This is going to introduce you to someone special.
Okay. Well, we do have 2 other questions. I think that's it from Harsha.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
so
Harsha,
gonna-
I'm so sorry because we don't have a 9 of hearts or a 9 of spades, so we can't confirm or deny that your wish will be granted.
I said thank you.
But it definitely looks like you're going to be very physically busy within the next few months. And again, starting that team sport, joining that gym. I know, I don't know why I keep playing with the donkey.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next question on the list, and it's actually, I hope I'm saying this correctly. Yeah. Sorry if I said your name incorrectly, but let's see. She wants to know about Linford's intentions towards her.
Linford's intentions toward
What
you?
are
Okay.
Linford's intentions? And then we'll get to Benita next.
Excellent. Now, for the person who is asking about
Afia.
Linford's...
Afia.
Ophia?
Afia.
Afia. Oh, what a beautiful name. Afia, regarding your situation with Linford, if you would just make a silent wish very quickly while I shuffle the cards. If the 9 of hearts appears, your wish is granted. If the 9 of spades appears, your wish has been denied. And then any other cards that fall out, we'll read those accordingly. Okay? Ooh. Okay. Anytime cards flip out, we always read those cards first prior to the rest of the spread. 7 of hearts, we've got trouble for the emotions. We've got a blockage here somewhere. Sound about right so far, Fia? Okay. There's that physicality again. All these same cards just keep popping up. Are the same people just changing their name and asking the same questions
Oh my
over and over?
goodness.
I'm just kidding. So it looks like the 2 of you do enjoy spending some time together. Looks like you guys are very physical, like you like to go and actually do things together. You enjoy each other's company that way very, very much. Also looks like things have just kind of stabilized themselves. They're not really moving forward. They're not really dropping off. They're just kind of there. Now, the energy is still there. There's still a spark between the 2 of you there. Like I said, the 2 of you absolutely enjoy your time together. You tend to feed off of each other like that. But right now you've kind of stabilized, and maybe it looks like, you're wondering, yeah, maybe you're thinking he's gotten just a little too comfortable. You know, nothing's really wrong, but it just doesn't look like it's really progressing. Now, what we have here, though, so basically, these three cards are telling us that, yeah, we're starting off kind of rough, but then we hit a little bit of respite. You know, you get a bit of rest, and it looks like things might even be picking up. That, you know, because things have stabilized. Things, you know, seem to be real good right now, but it's gonna this relationship is gonna, or the dynamic between the two of you, it's actually going to require just a little bit of effort here in the future. It does look like we're coming up on a hump. And even though things are pretty stable right now, that's not gonna, its shelf life is already at about half-life. So it looks like we need to put a little bit more effort to get things back on track. Now, here we've got another King of Clubs crowning a reading. Looks like, again, we've got a man who is very, very goal-oriented, loves to make plans, loves to think about his job. He's doing all of the time. And perhaps he just kind of forgets how to show his emotions. Now, it's telling you, you need to not worry. You really need to not worry. So we had that 7 of Hearts saying we have troubled emotions. There's a blockage. So yeah, there's a blockage. Otherwise, you wouldn't be asking this question.
I was gonna say, actually, they blocked each other. They had a disagreement.
Oh, there's that stabilization then. Yeah, things, that situation not changing. And that's, you know, definitely makes sense then why we would need to put forth that little bit extra effort and build things back, work slowly back to the beginning.
So this is something that they will be able to,
But
they will have to
you
work.
can work. Yeah, there are no spades in this reading. If there were an abundance of spades, or if there were spades in the future, then I would tell you, I'm sorry, but this is a lost cause. But what this is saying is that things are a little stable. They might even be a little boring. The dynamic is, there's still a spark there, but it's just kind of leveled out. And if you want to get back on track, you're going to have to put a little bit more effort into things. However, as tedious as all of this may sound, it is, and even though there was that blockage, it's telling you, don't worry. Do not let all of these emotions occupy your mind. Don't let that cloud your judgment. Don't worry about, things aren't dwindling. Things aren't diminishing. So Linford's feelings for you haven't changed. He may not be the most expressive, but that spark is there. You just need to just put forth a little more effort. Maybe Linford needs to put forth a little more effort as well, but this is something that can be worked out of. Whatever stagnation there is, this is definitely something that can be worked out of.
Okay. She said he's very busy with work and rarely has time.
touch that.
Now, I keep forgetting to not touch this little donkey. Very quickly, I want to mention, though, not that we should ever enter into a relationship for financial reasons, but one thing that I can tell you, because he is such a hard worker, his finances are also very, very stable. So this is, again, we never enter into a relationship because someone, has a good dowry, but this person financially is a catch. Yeah, this is someone who's very responsible and knows how to plan and knows how to make that money work for him. So yeah, he's very financially stable.
Okay.
Donna, is there anything that you'd like to add?
Just that stability, it's at the heart of it all.
Absolutely, that stability is key. And, again, just I can't stress enough, do not worry about this. This should not be preoccupying your mind right now. I think whatever it is that you're worried about, it's unfounded. He's just distracted. He's just busy. That's all. Things just kind of seem boring after a while, but just need to work. Put a little more effort into it. Things will clear up.
Nice. So that was very helpful.
Thanks a lot.
No, it's my pleasure. My pleasure. And, my apologies. I'm not the most eloquent of speakers. I'm certainly not the most articulate. I've mentioned that before, but I am very serious about what I do. And I'm Southern, so we just dispense the information. We just calls them as we sees them.
Okay, we got another one. Let me see. And then Raymond, yes, we'll get to you right after.
Raymond from Barbados?
Benita.
Is it
I believe
Raymond from
so.
Barbados?
Yes, I think so. And yeah, Raymond, just drop your question in the chat. We'll get to you right after Benita. And Benita, are you still here?
Bonita, welcome back. This is exciting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Okay. Now, Benita wants to know.
And we're definitely going to get to this question for Benita because she was the very first person to enter our chat in the very beginning of our show this evening.
Oh no, that was Bonita. This is Benita.
Oh, my apologies. I thought we had a return client.
No. Okay, Benita wants to know, is Christopher coming towards her in love?
Oh, okay. All right. Benita, before we proceed with the reading, please go ahead and make a silent wish in regard to your question this evening. And when we lay out the cards, the appearance of a 9 of hearts will indicate that your wish has been granted. And the appearance of a 9 of spades will indicate that your wish has been denied. And any other cards that fall out within the reading, we'll read those accordingly. So take a moment to make your silent wish while I shuffle these cards a couple of more times.
Okay.
Excellent. We shuffle these cards so thoroughly, and yet the same ones just keep popping up all
should do like
night long.
I think you should do the other type of
Oh
shuffle.
my goodness, I shuffled these things like
Don't you know what?
30
Maybe
times.
just-
This happens sometimes.
This
Just
happens.
sometimes. This is what we get. Oh, but we got some.
Here we go.
We got some stuff for you. Okay. Number one, I can tell you this. And look, we got another King of Clubs. What is it with these men and their jobs and their money? They're so
They're
preoccupied.
just so preoccupied
Okay.
with their jobs.
So, Benita, right now I can tell you right off the cuff that your ultimate intention is to marry this man. Am I correct? Saying that you want to be his wife. Unfortunately, it is telling you not to set your sights right there, right now. So here we have another very financially stable situation. Here we have another couple enjoying each other's time and enjoying actually doing things together. Whether that be, out hiking in the wilderness or seeing a movie or going to an art museum, the two of you genuinely appreciate each other's time. However, it looks like that time that's been spent together, it seems like that enjoyment, that spark is maybe fading. And what once was a very strong kind of connection or circuit has, in this case, it's dwindling now. And unfortunately, it will continue to just get more tedious, not in a bad way. It's just this appearance of clubs means that in order for you to get out of this problem, it's gonna require a lot of effort. This isn't going to be an overnight success. And again, just to repeat, if right now, if your intention is to get married, or that's what you're really hoping for, it's not saying that's out of the question, but it is saying that right now you need to hold off on that. There are other things going on here. Now, it is telling you, do not give up. The advice card, the 10 of Hearts, it's telling you this is a long-term investment. This has the potential to be a very long relationship if the two of you can, meet in the middle and see eye to eye. which at first might seem contradictory because this card was telling you, like whatever plans you have to be his wife, like hang him up. Because it's not telling you to hang him up forever. It's just saying that right now, that does not need to be the sole thought that's preoccupying your mind. A little more work needs to be done. I get the feeling that I think he's unsure of himself. It's very important for him to be a man. He's very proud of his masculinity, and I feel it right now. Maybe he doesn't feel like he would be a good provider for you, and I think this is, this isn't. The situation isn't going to require a whole lot of work on your part as much as it's going to require work on his part. Something he needs to work through. He just doesn't. I don't want to say he doesn't. He's the king of clubs. He's in charge, but he definitely feels like maybe there's some improvement that needs to be done on his part before he can be like the best partner for you. But again, this is a relationship that's worth fighting for, and it's worth sticking it out. So, I hope that you can just be patient, because I have faith, that if you are, you'll get where you need to go.
Yeah, I guess the question is that is he coming in love? So I guess he.
Well, so right now, yeah, it's exactly what I'm getting at. That right now, I think that your feelings are going to be developed in him like right now, but what it's saying is that those feelings need to develop in him, and in the meantime, you're not to get discouraged, but also you don't need to be too impatient and wanting things to happen right now. This is something that needs to develop over time.
Build a type of stability.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. The connections that, again, you guys enjoy each other's time. You just need to build on that now.
Okay.
We are going to give these cards, though, a very heavy shuffle, because
I hope we answered your question, Benita.
and cards are the boss. Fate is fate. So if the same cards just keep jumping out all night, well, then so be it. But
We've been correct so far.
I would hope. Well, we don't want to get too arrogant. We don't want to become. Yes, we are all knowing. We are infallible. No, not at all. And I am definitely going to give these a thorough shuffle and make sure that we are giving every card in the deck a fighting chance to come to the
Thanks
top.
for asking Benita, for asking us questions. For
Yeah,
sitting with
this is
us,
great. Thank you so much for.
subscribing.
Thank you to everyone for being patient while we get to your questions. But I promise, if you are patient, we will get to your question.
Okay, so we have Raymond next. Raymond, are you still there?
And Raymond, are you the same Raymond from earlier, all the way from Barbados?
I think so. Raymond wants to get a relationship reading. Let's see if Raymond's still here, because I like to ask questions for somebody who
Yeah, we don't.
not here. Oh, yes, he's still here.
Excellent. Excellent.
So we're gonna do a relationship reading.
Okay.
So what the cards tell us. And then Raymond, make yourself a secret wish. Granting secret wishes. So far, we got one granted today. Well,
And
it was the cards.
Raymond, just to
Fate.
recap, make that secret wish regarding your question at hand, and if the 9 of Hearts appears in the spread, then your wish is granted. If the 9 of Spades appears, however, it indicates that the wish has been denied. Okay.
Ooh.
Well, this is fun. All right, Raymond. All right. First things first. We've got a light at the end of the tunnel, even though things may seem bleak right now. And I do mean that, Raymond. It looks like you have been, looks like you may have been running with the wrong crowd and keeping company with the wrong people. Maybe you're looking for love in all the wrong places. But recently, someone has either lent you a helping hand, or perhaps you've lent someone else a helping hand. And as a result of this, there may be some confusion as to some feelings that are developing. But it does look like you're just on the wrong path right now. You know, I get the impression that you're running with the wrong people. Now, this all actually turns out well. And when a line like this ends in a heart, we know that whatever problems we're dealing with will not only work out of these problems, but they will be worked out of quite easily without really any effort on your part. So even though we've been headed in the wrong direction, we do have a romance here on the horizon for you. Number one, because in the future we have the Five of Hearts, which indicates physical pleasures, just enjoying yourself, having one hell of a time. And in matters of love, this indicates sexual relationships. Now, your advice, Two of Hearts. Here we have a romantic relationship waiting for you to enter into it, possibly one with a lot of good sex. Well,
That's what the
cards
cards
don't
say.
lie. So you need to get off of this wrong path. You need to, whoever you're running with now and whoever you're expecting things from now, turn a blind eye to those people and set those sights somewhere else, because you've got some romping in the sheets to do. Now, how to forbear, what not to do. Don't try to change anything about the course that you're currently on. It will only lead to more problems. Whatever you're dealing with now will only become more entrenched. So if you're dealing with shitty people, those shitty people will continue to be shitty in your life. So my advice to you, once again, turn a blind eye to whoever you are running with now, because you've got someone else waiting for you in the wings. And this promises to be a relationship that you will, this is one for the ages. This is something that you will actually enjoy. This will not be a relationship of burden, but one of passion and sensuality. Again, we had sex. Don't mean to be so graphic, but you asked, and we're here to tell you. But just one last time, do not try to change any of the problems. That's out of your control. Just leave those folks alone. Now, you made that wish. We got a 9 of spades. So whatever you secretly wished for is being denied. My guess is that your wish was to maybe land the affections of someone specific, whoever it is that the company that you're keeping right now. Is that pretty accurate?
He says, okay, thank you. Okay. I don't know.
Okay.
Well,
All right. Well, some folks don't like to divulge too much information. I
Sometimes.
absolutely respect that.
only time. Oh, yes. There we go.
Okay. Good. So, yeah. Turn a blind eye. These folks are not going to serve you. Yeah, I'm sorry that your wish won't be granted, but it's all for the best, because whatever you thought you were going to gain from that, there's something even better waiting for you. Just let it happen.
Way to go, Raymond.
I know, Raymond's a stud. Seriously. Raymond's about to that's been the most sexually active reading that we've had all night.
Right? Yeah.
Who's next?
I think that's
No, that's not our last question. Come
that was
on.
our last question. Unless Raymond has any more questions. I don't know.
Raymond, really, I love meddling in people's love lives, so you got a question for me, now's the time.
I feel like you're too good. Like you just say how it is, you know?
Because I don't believe in all of that,
Hooey.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm not going to be dripping with all of these gold medallions and speaking in some archaic language. It's not like that.
Oh,
Just lay out the
those
cards.
zodiacs.
Oh my God.
Get me started.
Most people have, I love astrology, but most people don't really understand astrology for what it is, and it just becomes some superficial, just some ridiculous anecdotal shit that they put in the back of Cosmo magazine.
But I just don't understand sometimes. Oh, Raymond says thank you. You were very helpful.
Oh, Raymond, it's my pleasure. Truly, it's my pleasure. I am so happy that we can be here tonight for you folks and help folks out. This is why we started this in the first place.
Right? This is so much fun. I do wish we had some more career questions.
I know. I love answering questions about
I love
career.
career
I
questions.
love when students ask questions about
Or-
school and
Right, or especially when it's like which career path should I take? And it's very interesting how just seeing the cards fall on certain patterns.
Well, you noticed how we did get some of the same cards, but
Yeah. But they all resonated.
but we did get a nice mix that time. That deck needed to be cleared out.
Yeah, but it got the point through. Let's see.
Do we need to burn incense? Some more incense? And by incense, I mean cannabis.
Of course. Yeah, there's only a few. One of them's probably Dylan. Hi, Dylan.
Hi, Dylan.
Hi.
Being all shy.
Oh, great. He just left.
Oh, we ran him off. We ran off the one person in the room. Do we still have members?
We have two.
Oh, excellent. Who's with us tonight?
Susan. Dylan said, hi, I'm busy. Sorry.
Not too busy for me to lay all your shit bare.
Oh, good. Well, it's almost. What do you think? Should we? Oh, well, there's three now. We'll see what happens. Maybe we should pull some. We should do some general readings,
Okay.
like for things that are going on in the news.
Or let's just lay out the cards just randomly. I'm just going to pick 3 cards and see what they say. It may just be a message for one of
One of our viewers.
Until someone has a question for us, we will keep things moving. That King of Clubs.
He's back.
God, he is popular on this table tonight. Here we go. We got a boss man. Mind is on his money. And it looks like, though, we are going to be getting some kind of upsetting news. Not any kind of tragedy, but some kind of, there's a stall in our work. There's a holdup. Yeah, problems with work. Who's got some problems with work? Somebody out there is thinking a little bit too hard about their finances.
Lots of King of
Yeah, that King of Clubs is very, he's got the spotlight tonight. But yeah, we've got someone in charge here. This is a boss, a supervisor, a department manager, or someone who is just taking hardcore control of their life right now. Their mind is on their finances. Looks like somebody's been doing some financial planning, trying to put expenses in order. And it looks like, though, that in the midst of all of that, we're going to be hit with some kind of unexpected message regarding work. Something that's going to put that financial planning to, not to a halt, but it is going to bring it's going to offer a little hurdle for that financial planning. Looks like you might be asked to maybe take on an additional role, something that you might not be getting paid for, but just asked to do in your own free time. So it doesn't really help your finances, does it? And it is telling you that a decision needs to be made, possibly a decision about whether to start a new job or to pick up an extra project. But it looks like a decision that's been put off for quite some time. And it is telling you absolutely not. It's saying do not forbear your path right now. So if you are thinking about switching jobs, it is telling you do not